Good morning. Good morning and welcome to DCT, Deep Coherence Technique. It is a 5-step grounding activation. And all next week, I will be going over in depth the individual steps, 5 steps of this grounding activation, and teaching you, or sharing rather, how I um, how I get myself into the position of each step. So today I wanted to share that I travel for business and I'm constantly traveling. Just going to make sure that yes, I wanted to make sure that Facebook was with us. And good morning, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So I travel a lot for business, and I am sure that a lot of you do too. Now, my flight got delayed by 12 hours, and I was in a very busy international airport with limited facilities through different circumstances beyond my control. I traveled all night and I practiced DCT. And I'm going to share with you that it brought me so deeply into the now moment that I just simply lost track of time, not in a bad way. I was obviously very present to time because I had to catch a connecting flight. But I was so profoundly present in my environment. And one of the first things I did in this airport was I took my shoes and socks off. I just grounded. When I was on the flight, it was an international flight. I took my shoes and socks off and I grounded. And it was exceptional. It was just exceptional the way that my body adjusted and kind of shared with me what it needed from me. So normally I would perhaps drink a lot of coffee and go into some restaurants and do some shopping. And this time my body said, no, we're going to eat very simply. You're going to ground, you're going to do some breath work, you're going to go within, and you're going to quietly sit, just sit and wait. And I did. So I wanted to read you something that I discovered today. I'm always learning. I love to learn about grounding, especially because it's the first step in DCT. And what I wanted to share, and if you know this already, it's worth repeating. So when you ground, it doesn't just magically connect you to the Schumann resonance, and the same feeling that you get in nature is then generated in your body. That's wonderful, and that alone would be worth grounding for. But grounding specifically, the exchange that happens is that the earth generates free electrons. Now, your body is an electromagnetic vessel technology. Electro means electricity. There's electricity running through your body and it's magnetic. Now, your body is mostly water, but your body has salts. And when you combine water and salt and electricity, you get the circuitry, you get the energy, you get the power that generates your life. And the more free electrons you can generate and host within your body, the perkier, the brighter, the healthier that you'll be. But there's a very specific payload that happens to our red blood cells. Now, as we grow older, or if we're stressed, if perhaps we don't get to eat well, whatever the reason, what happens is the coating on the red blood cells can get sticky and you can get a mild coagulation in the blood itself. And it's that causes things like mini strokes, high blood pressure, heart attacks, and all of those more serious things. But less seriously, perhaps, that coagulation creates a low level but constant blood pressure, high blood pressure in your body. And what I mean by low level is it's not spiking. It's running at a level that is not optimum for your health. So, barefoot grounding on the earth, connecting to those free electrons, it creates like a shiny cover. It illuminates and reflects each cell of the red blood cells, and they don't coagulate. They're free flowing. And it's as you can imagine, it boosts circulation, it supports cardiovascular health, and it's tremendous for your heart and your brain. So it is step number one. It's step number one for a reason, and I wanted to share the science behind it again today. And I'll post some of this information underneath this video. But forgive me today because I am quite jet lagged, and I feel like I'm pleasantly in an altered state as I do DCT today. But let's get in position. Let's get into our bodies. Let's go more deeply into the environment that we find ourselves in. Now, we call DCT executive meditation. Not only is it a really easy, incredibly rewarding meditation for busy professionals to do, but it's really aimed at anyone who wants to have a high agency lifestyle where they are the executive, the team leader, the CEO, the VP of their own life. We are all the president of this company, our life. So, what works for high powered individuals will also work for you. And the name of the game, as you can imagine by the title, is we are aiming for a constant flow of coherence, because coherence is the carrier waveform that holds everything in synchronicity. And the more synchronicity you have, quite simply, the more in the flow you are. So bring your attention to the soles of your feet. This is step number one. And what we're going to do, I'm settling down. Lay your feet flat on the ground. Bring your attention to the soles of your feet. The soles of your feet are activation pads that are naturally calibrated to connect and to bring through and up your body the Earth's free electrons as they flow in planetary resonance. This is the Schumann resonance. This is the Hertz, 7.8 Hertz that the Earth's electromagnetic field generates. And you, if you run this Hertz and raise your own frequency by doing this exercise, you will come into a deeper oneness with all living things. And that's a tremendous peace of mind. So let's focus on that beautiful energy. And as it comes up through the body, I'm going to count us from 10 down to 1. And when I get to 1, you are going to be in a very deep, grounded, activated, relaxed state. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. You are relaxed. 4. 3. 2. 1. You are connected to the Earth's Schumann resonance, and you are completely relaxed. Step number 2, pranayama breathwork. Breathe through the nose, count 2, exhale more slowly through the mouth. We're going to do this 5 times. Very deep breathing here. And if you can, continue this breath work throughout the 5 steps. And with every breath that you take, visualize prana, life force, as a brilliant white light entering your body and illuminating it from within, revitalizing and cleansing your body. Step number 3. Take your hands, your fingers, and we're going to prime our electromagnetic field that runs arm's length all around our body, from the top of our head to the bottom of our feet to the tips of our fingers. And this is not a thinking step. This is a sensory step. This is where you get to connect to the biofield, which is intelligent and dynamic. And we call this priming our field because of what comes next. But essentially, what you're doing is you're connecting to the whole, the totality of who and what you are. Now, you can move any which way that you feel called. I'm moving like this because this is the way I am being called to move. And the more you do this, the more you connect to who you are. So we say, notice what you notice. We say, feel what you feel. For this is the field that you receive and you signal from. Step number 4. Put your hands together, place them in front of your heart, open up the chamber of the heart. And I want you to visualize walking through this gate into a temple or a beautiful chamber filled with light. Now, as you enter this beautiful chamber filled with light, you notice a rising sun. And as it rises, you walk towards it. And as you walk towards it, you merge with it, becoming one. This light is your inner sun. We call this the powered I am. Simply put, it is your higher self. It is the unlimited you. It is the omnipresent you. And when we connect to it, we are able to then expand it out, 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 like a glorious rising sun, from the heart chakra, from your center, connecting the brain to the heart, connecting that out. And as it expands, it shines its brilliant golden light, rippling, waveforming. Your brilliance in all directions. Feel your brilliance. This is where you flow from. So just feel that. Own it, because this is you. And now let's bring, because we always integrate, let's bring that brilliance back in. And we're going to hold the center of it between our hands. And as we pull our hands together, notice the pressure because of the energy that you have conducted, you have generated. This is here for you to run all day long. Feel that. That's power. That's what you have at your disposal. So now moving to step number 5, we're going to connect with the group that's here today with us. And we're going to run the energy of the group. I like to run it through my third eye, through the mind. And we're going to connect the energy of the vortex. And we're going to bring that into our field. So running it down from the mind, down into the heart, and then wave forming that boosted vortex, power of 8, energy out. And as it expands, I want you to imagine it as a beautiful wave or a ripple, full of potential, full of power. And see that wave forming out, out, out in all directions to the very edges of your electromagnetic field. And when it hits the edge of your electromagnetic field, I want you to forget and let go, because it's going to keep running for you all day. Just let it go, let it waveform. And now bring that energy back in, the essence of coherence back into the center. We always, as within, so without, we always bring what we generate back in through the heart. And this is where we seal the deal. And so it is, for you command your space and you bless your day. And we say to you, notice what you notice in the quantum field, because it is always speaking to you. Don't go looking for it, be open to it. And we say to you also, when the epiphanies, opportunities, and connections and miracles come in, let us know, because we love feedback. I'll see you again soon. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.